We have a few people who put in requests for public comment, and we'll start with Jacob Stringer. And his friends. He does have a lot of friends. He's a popular guy. Hi, guys.
Well, good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you for your time. I will try to be brief. So as many of you know me, I'm Mr. Stringer. I've had the opportunity to teach a lot of your students. But you know, I'm more than just a teacher in this district. I think like, should I start over? You know, but like a lot of us, I think all of us, we're also parents. And together, we all have students at the preschool, at the daycare, RWE, TMS, the high school. Some of us even have students who have graduated and they're off fulfilling their dreams and creating families of their own. And while I can't speak for all of us, I can tell you that I wouldn't send my kids to any other school. I wouldn't send them to any other district in this nation. I know they're getting a good education here. You know, my daughter has me sit down on the living room rug and she teaches me her sight words. And she asks me to spell new words for her. My son wakes up on Saturday morning, watches the clock until 10 o'clock so he can run off to the library.
Aww.
And he'll call me and ask if he can stay longer. And they have a genuine love and joy for learning. And that's because of the schooling and the teachers they have here. So additionally, as a teacher, I've seen tremendous growth in this district in each and every one of our schools. 10 years ago when I first started here, we didn't have a whole lot to celebrate. I wasn't sure what I was getting myself into. In 5th grade, hardly 48% of students were proficient in mathematics. 7th grade, 38%. 8th grade, 44%. In language arts, wasn't a whole lot different. Fewer than 60% of students across the entire middle school, with the exception of maybe one grade, were hitting proficiency, let alone advanced, or advanced, let alone proficiency. But today, there are very few areas where you'll see anything close to that. Nearly 75 to 80% of students, if not more, are proficient or advanced across the board. We even have our math team here who has over 90%, I think last year, in several areas scoring proficient or advanced. We have more students in mathematics scoring advanced than the state has scoring proficient and advanced combined. These teachers are pushing our students, our kids, to be the best that they can be. And as a result, they're some of the top performing students in the state of Wyoming. You can't deny those numbers. But the only reason we're successful is because we have strong leadership. Our administrative team does a fabulous job of giving us the tools and the resources we need to be good teachers and providing an environment that is inviting and productive for our students, for our kids. You guys made a commitment, but not only our administration, you guys, our school board, and you guys made a commitment several years ago to be a PLC, to be a professional learning community district-wide. And quite frankly, it wasn't successful right away. But you didn't jump ship. You didn't look for the next best thing down the road. You stuck with it and you doubled down. You read the literature. You go to the conferences. You bring people here so that you know what you're asking us to do, that you're educated in what you're asking us to do as educators. And that's made you guys strong leaders, not only in our district, in our county, but across the state. Just a few weeks ago, you hosted nearly 30% of school board members and administrative teams from around the state. They came here not only to learn from the people you brought to collaborate with them, but from you guys. They came here to learn from what we are doing here. Your leadership and commitment to our kids, to all of our kids, has opened doors for our students that they didn't have 10 years ago. So basically, we're here to say thank you.
Aww.
We're here to say thank you for your time, thank you for your leadership, thank you for your commitment to our kids, to our children. Thank you for your sacrifice. You miss time from your families, take time off of work to serve this community. And we have a lot to celebrate. We have a lot to be proud of, but we're not done. We have a lot of work to do. And I'll tell you, as teachers and parents, we're not going to let negativity and hateful rhetoric get in the way of the job we have to do. And we want you to know that we support you fully in the decisions you make. They're not easy decisions, but we appreciate you, and we respect the work you do. So thank you.
Aww.
Thank you.
Is anybody else allowed to speak?
Go for it.
All
I
right.
don't want to speak. I was going to say something weird, but I would like to say something. Jacob, good job.
Yeah.
He's trying to follow. No, I just wanted to say I just came back from our Health and PE National Convention in Seattle, and I had the chance to talk to a ton of educators from across the United States. And I walked away, I learned a ton of what to do in my classroom. I learned a lot in each session. But what I really walked away learning from that convention was how lucky I am to work in this district. I talked to so many teachers that have to fight every single day to get their health and PE to matter, for administrators to care about what we're doing in health and PE, and to even fight for a health class to teach about all these trends that are just so negative for our youth. And I would tell people what I get to do, and that I got to add a health class at the high school, and I get to do this and this and this in our PE class, and they're like, what? Like, how do you get to do that? And I'm like, because of the support that I get, the administration that I have had to push me in that direction, and the support that we have of the school board is unreal. And I walked away, I came back and I told all my students, I'm like, guess how lucky we are to be in this district, in this community, and just to have the support that we have from all of you. And I get to host our state convention this summer, and I'm bringing it to Thermopolis, and the theme is the impact of one. And I got to choose that because it just takes one voice, it takes one mentor, it takes one person to push you to be like a good leader. And all these admin who are like tucked back over here have all had a huge impact on my career, and like to push me to be the leader that I am today. So I just really wanted to say thank you to all of you. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to be even quicker than those two. You all know I just newly got elected to our hospital board, and I will tell you that being on that board has given me a whole new appreciation for what you do. Wow. And your meetings, as long as they go, and the hours that you give just to the meetings, not including all of the retreats and all the other stuff that you do, thank you, thank you, thank you. It is a thankless job, and you guys come and give your very best every single time, and I'm very grateful for that. So,
Thank you.
Everything that was said, I also want to say I just really appreciate your attentiveness and how personable you guys all are. When we come here and we're celebrated, the celebrations never fall on deaf ears. You stand up, you ask questions, you make comments, and we always feel like we're heard. When we come and make presentations, it's the same thing. Sometimes I'm nervous, like, are they going to listen? Who am I speaking to? What's my audience? I'm talking about 8th grade math and curriculum. And it doesn't matter your backgrounds. You always make me feel special, and you make me feel like what I'm saying is important, and I really appreciate that.
Aw.
So thank you.
We just wanted to give you guys all a little thank you for everything that you do. So thank you guys.
Thank you. And we respect you, all of our staff, so much. So thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was very special.